The legendary K has long been the holy grail of cymbals. And there was this quest for the old K, which people thought they had to go back to Turkey and buy a made in Turkey kind of cymbal. But that's why we have this relaunch, you know, to make really those Ks available to everyone. Many people don't realize that K actually represents the name Kerope Zildjian. Kerope was my grandfather's great uncle. So it is with a great deal of gratitude and respect for my great uncle Kerope that we pay tribute by calling this special series of cymbals the Kerope line. When you talk about that old K sound, as my father said, you know, it means something different to everybody.
I've always felt that whenever anyone said, oh, you can't get something like that now, those are holy grail, those are from another time, it just isn't something that happens with a new product and a new cymbal, and that's just the way it is. I never believed that.
I think all drummers are always on a quest to find an old K. These Keropes and the sound that folks were able to achieve, I get that stick sound, I get that old complex sound, so I hear it up here, I feel it here, and I get that beautiful wash as well. And that's exactly what we're looking for as jazz drummers.
Well, the recording that really changed my life, it was kind of an epiphany, was a record called 4 and More by Miles Davis. But once I found out, oh, that's an old K. What's an old K? I don't even know what that was, you know. And once I found out, I was like, ooh, okay, I gotta find one of those.
To sit down at a brand new cymbal that's obviously been, you know, there's been hours of work gone into each of these individual pieces of art, which is what they are. They already sound fantastic.
I feel the Kerope is a great instrument. The sound of this cymbal is complementary to a lot of different instruments. It fits in the cracks, okay? Right, it's, especially when you're, like, let's take a jazz quartet. Right? Let's say you have a tenor player, acoustic piano, acoustic bass. There's something about this cymbal where it's a wide spectrum, okay? You have top, stick, but you also have this bed that kind of is, it's like a magic carpet that the rest of the quartet can ride on.
I think what's amazing about it is it has all of the qualities that we tend to look for in a ride. It has a great stick sound, which means it defines the time. The time and the feeling is defined very clearly by that cymbal. Nothing about that cymbal is overpowering, though. It's not sort of metallic ping that kind of gets in your ears and kind of stabs your brain. It's this warm, sort of woody, clicky sound that I think blends so beautifully with the sound of the upright bass.
My idea of a good cymbal is something that's going to work well for my ear, but more important, work within the context of the music that I have to play. What I like about these cymbals is they evoke the character of an older instrument. I'm somebody who's always looking at sonic possibilities. I'm trying to paint sonic pictures. I like having less cymbals with more possibilities. And I believe these have a great amount of that inherently.
Yeah, I'm looking for cymbals that can help me provide as much support and comfort to the bandstand as possible, oftentimes. And that means the cymbal has to have a wide spectrum, whether we look at things from a scale of 1 to 10. If I'm playing with an intensity of 10, do I still have an even amount of stick definition and wash?
Yeah, I feel like those new Keropes, they really fit my style because they're very versatile in the dynamics. So there's like a crazy dynamic range. It can go from here to there. So it's not like you have this like section of dynamics you have to play in. It's like you can go wherever you want with those. And I feel like they're kind of perfect for me.
Well, I think one of the things that's happening with these that I really love is their sensitivity, and their sensitivity at a lot of different, very wide dynamic ranges, in that they are very, very, very sensitive. It takes just kind of a light flick of the stick or even a brush to get them to open up.
I want them to call me to come and play them. When I'm happy with the sound of my instrument, I'm more inspired to practice. I'm more comfortable playing with a wider range of musicians. So I'm looking for cymbals that, that feel good to play on and sound great in a band.
the new Kerope shape, the shapes that we're dealing with, have kind of changed the game. That's brought a mixture between like the older sound, but it still has a modernness to it.
Whatever cymbal I've owned from any type of cymbal I've ever owned, they've all gotten better with age. It's like you buy a pair of jeans, you like them initially, they feel comfortable, but they're gonna break in, no matter how much you started liking. Same with cymbals to me. So what's really exciting about these is that to me, just right out of the gate, they're sounding like they're broken in the way you're hoping, but you know they're only gonna get better than that. That's what we set out for. When you're hitting it, you know you like it, and you probably could write 10 paragraphs why, but it isn't as simple as that. You just know right away. Like when I hit these cymbals that I just played over here, every time I come to them, one stroke, and I'm in. One stroke, and I know. The feeling I get when I hit one stroke is the same feeling I get when I hit the best cymbals I've ever owned.
These cymbals are definitely bringing what we know as the K sound that we all love and covet at this point. This is bringing this to a new audience that may not know of Ks from the 50s.
My hope, not only will it satisfy, it will open some eyes, and people will go, you mean that's what you guys have always been talking about? That's it? Wow.
We could have called it the vintage K, but instead, we thought, because we have this tradition of really honoring a family member that really accomplished a lot in his tenure, his 44 years. I think he'd be very pleased and very proud that this was carried on, and he wanted to make the best cymbals, the very best cymbals in the world, and that's what we're still trying to bring, the best to everyone.
Articulation.
Vision.
Expressive.
Responsive.
Full of character.
Past, present, and future.
Colorful.
And clear. That's
The Kerope line of cymbals.